What is up, you guys? Today I'm going to be going through a few things and explaining everything I can, answering questions that I've gotten in the comments. Okay, here we go. One of the questions I had was where I hooked up the trigger from the wiring harness. And if you go under here to your ignition, there's this black plug-in. Well, you unplug it and there's a black wire. Right on this plastic casing, there's a number right next to the black wire, and the number is 15. You have to tap your ignition wire into the black wire, and that's how you get your ignition to work. So when you turn the key, the car turns on. Right now I've got all my interior back in. Well, all the interior that the car came with. And you can still hear the freaking fuel pump. Take a listen. That freaking thing is so darn loud. It's crazy. So originally the heater never turned on. And it still doesn't turn on, but it's on right now because I tapped power into the connector. Now, this whole switch panel doesn't do anything other than open vents, but the switch doesn't work. So if anyone has one of these bad boys right here, the same setup, let me know in the comments, or hit me up on my Instagram or my email. Let me know if you got one of those, because I need one. Another question I had was about the shift linkage. I was missing second gear and fifth gear. I was missing a lot of gears. Anyway, I greased these bad boys up because they were pretty dry. I also had a bolt that went right under that part right there. Let me see if I can get a finger on it. Oh, my hand's just in the way. Anyway, I had a bolt down there that was loose, tightened it up, and when you do this ABA swap, if you're using the transmission from the Mark III, you also have to change this arm right here. That was the main reason I was missing some gears. That is, I don't know how to explain it. It's different dimensions for sure, so you 100% have to change that from the Mark III to the stock one on a 5-speed Mark I transmission. Now for the Serpentine Belt, since you can't run the power steering or AC, you've got to use a different pulley right there for the water pump. So that pulley is from a VR6. And I bought mine online, but just because I couldn't get it off of one at the junkyard. But if you can get it off of a junkyard, off of a car at a junkyard, that'd save you a pretty penny, because those pulleys are like $40. Another thing when doing this swap, you got to change out the tensioner. So this tensioner right here is a manual tensioner, and where the original tensioner went or bolted up to is where the engine mount has to bolt up to. So you can see right there, that's where a like automatic tensioner bolted up to, and now it's where the motor mount bolts up to. And this tensioner right here comes with the stud kit, and you just screw the stud in, slip this on, and tension it. It also has holes right there. See those holes? You can get a tool that goes on there, and you pull it back and it tensions this. Now for the timing belt, you want it to be able to turn 90. I did get the heater core hooked up. You have to use this, and this turns the heat on and off. Anyway, you don't want this just straight connected, these hoses connected. The reason you don't want these lines hooked up directly is because you'll have constant heat all year round, and that would suck. Another question I had was my wheel specs here. The wheels are 15s by 8.5, 35 offset or 25, something like that. I don't know. The tire size 195 45 R15s, and that's that. Not sure if I answered all the questions, but one other thing is your fuel pump is going to be hooked up already, but you need to use the line that comes with the wiring harness, or else your pump is probably going to burn out, and you don't want that. Trust me. I was stupid, and I left the original one hooked up just to test to see if I could get the car started, and I burnt it out and had to get a new one. But everything works now. Runs and drives, starts up every time. The heater works. It is a project car, so it's not perfect, but it will be eventually. This radiator right here, I need to replace that because I've heard bad things about them. I thought this was the original Mark 1 radiator, but turns out it's from a Scirocco, I think. But yeah, along with the other stuff you gotta get, the CV axles, 100mm CV axles. If you're using the Mark III transmission, you'll have 100mm axle flanges, which are those things right there. So you will need 100mm axles. So the axles are from 85 or later Volkswagen Cabrio, and I think if you have 1984 or 85 Volkswagen Rabbit GTI, those also have 100mm CV axles, so you won't have to worry about swapping CV axles. But the original ones for my 82 Rabbit that I have here, those were 90mm, so they would not work. I don't know if I've showed my car very well, so I'm gonna walk around it. So obviously we have the 2.0 ABA swap. I got these inky, whatever the hell you call them, wheels. The paint is obviously not any good. Got this black hatch here for some reason. I don't know the story behind this, but there's a black hatch. Need new tail lights. That one's fucked up. And then these reverse lights right here don't have any plastic lenses. My exhaust is a piece of shit. It's got like 100 freaking clamps holding the damn thing together. That's gonna be in a future video, redoing this whole entire exhaust. The car didn't have bumpers when I got it, so that kind of sucks. It's got these pretty cool fender flare cover things. Thought that was pretty cool. A lot of people ask about those. Pretty sure they're off of a Volkswagen Cabrio. Not 100% about that. Broken. That front lip right there. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's also look at the distance from the ground to the oil pan. Holy shit. Yeah. Pretty close. That's, not good. I could walk around this thing all day and show you everything that's broken. I'm just gonna lay out a few things here. Can't open the passenger door from the outside. Headliner. Literally junk. Got a billion freaking mirrors. I don't know why, but you know, when I look up at that thing, I don't know where the frick I'm looking. The gauge doesn't work. I got the wiring harness sent to me so that it uses the Mark III gauge. But there must be something wrong with the wiring for the gauge, because the Mark III gauge doesn't work either. So that's gonna be something that I probably will never get around to fixing. Maybe later on, who knows. It's got this fancy little hand crank right here, and yes, this does open. I don't want to show you because it's a lot of work. If you're gonna own one of these bad boys, I'd suggest you go to the gym, because you gotta crank these bitches, okay? Rolling them down ain't so bad. Going back up is kind of heavy though, but that's fine. So, my engine and wiring harness is OBD2, okay? There's my little plug-in. Say hello. If you want to talk about patina, look at this fucking dash. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's mint. She's minty fresh. That's nice. Got this shift knob right here from Japan, cause JDM, bro. JDM. Got this cool center console cluster thingamajiggy from Jalopy. my local junkyard. No, none of these are hooked up. Why, you may ask? Because I don't know how to. Link a video if you can find one showing me how the heck to hook these things up. I don't care about the oil pressure, but, well, I can obviously hook that up. That's a given. But I don't know the temperature of my car because my gauge doesn't work. So somebody help me out. I know you're wondering. Yes, it does work. And it stays up. This is how I gotta open the passenger door. Okay, come on, guys. I plan on taking these silly little mirrors out and running a normal mirror. What adhesive should I use, guys? Let me know, because I'm not sure. Should I just throw some super glue on there? No. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. All in all, though, super fun project. Especially super fun to do in the cold, you know. Just out here in the elements. Freezing my balls off. But anyway, if anyone has any more questions, let me know. Right now, I'm not too sure if this swap is worth it or not. I think so, on the reliability aspect of things. I think. You know, I haven't driven this very far. Probably going to drive it to work next week. That's 30 miles. So, wish me luck. And, catch you in the next video. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you missed any of the other videos, make sure to go back and watch those. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make another video. I swear, I will make another video explaining the process. Okay? Okay. Subscribe.